Finding Generation Lyme has been a gift. I can't tell you how vital it has been to connect with people who get it, even if we don't talk about our illness, to know that there are people with whom I could if I needed to. It's hard to put it into words.
My favorite thing about Gen Lyme is the merch. These sweatshirts are so cozy. And on a serious note, I no longer feel alone on my Lyme journey. I've connected with so many amazing people that are battling Lyme now, or they're in remission, and I know that they're on my team. They're my friends, and we share together, and we're there to support one another. Thank you, Gen Lyme.
I have never once logged onto a Generation Lyme call and not felt better afterwards.
If I could tell people one thing about Gen Lyme, it would be that there's no pressure. Just come as you are. Still laying in bed, haven't showered in a couple days, in old PJs. It doesn't matter. We don't care. We've all been there and done that. It's the nice thing about this community is we all really get it. And as an added bonus, there are some really cute pets that get shared.
Generation Lyme. We have pets.
At Generation Lyme, there is no need to pretend. We want you to show up exactly as you are and talk about what you are really thinking and feeling, because what you are feeling is valid, and by sharing, you become a mirror that helps to reflect other people's experiences.
But like, there are people who maybe were hesitant to join the meetups at first, and they're just camera off, video off, like just listening, and they do that for like months. Yeah. And then they'll share with the microphone on, camera off, and then they have their camera on and they're fully engaged in the meetup, and you can just see them progress over time and feeling more comfortable and feeling more like themselves, and that to me is really special.
Generation Lyme has given me so much. I now have close friends who know what I go through and know how to show up for me, and I feel like part of a community for the first time in quite a while.
What keeps me coming back to Generation Lyme meetups is the fact that I can be totally and completely myself, raw and unfiltered.
My favorite thing about Generation Lyme is all of the connections that I've made. I am definitely a person who was isolated by Lyme disease and really continues to be, but it's amazing what we can do when we're sick in our beds and all the wonderful people we can meet, and Gen Lyme has been an absolute, truly a lifesaver for me. The support is something that I'm just so grateful. I can never fully express my gratitude, so definitely come to a meetup.
This community is a mashup of stories and lived experiences, and every single one is so valuable. I'm incredibly grateful to everyone that I have met in this community for showing up and vulnerably sharing their hearts and minds.
Thank you for being here with us on Gen Lyme Day. Today is about you. You deserve to be celebrated. And yeah, happy Gen Lyme Day.
Happy Gen Lyme Day.
Happy Gen Lyme Day.
We love you.
Jennifer, do you have a favorite Generation Lyme memory? Or is your brain on vacation?
No, it's hard to communicate when it's like rainy. But
rainy.
But I guess I just communicated something.
You're
so
doing great.
Here we are.
Everyone watching completely understands.
Yes.
And that's one of my favorite things.
Yeah.
Jennifer, come in and do that.
Why am I here?
Hello, nature.
We should be, because I found out a really good friend, has the voice of an angel.
Thing that you mentioned on one of our first calls was that you wanted a building lit up green, and I remember being like, that is so dumb. It's like, that is so, like, no one is gonna care. No one's gonna know what it's about. Like, it's just a bunch of lights, and then standing there in front of that building was like such an emotional moment.
That was one of my favorite memories.
Such an emotional moment, you know?
And
like,
we made it happen.
He totally was like that.
I was like, come on, a building?
Honestly,
green?
I kind of was too.
And
Jesse and I were like, why are we doing this?
Yeah.
And then the day came and we were...
that we should point out.
So far, Brooke is the man.
I agree with that.
Thank you so much.
I know.
You're goddamn right I am. Yeah.